The first inaugural 12-team college football playoff. I like the Texas Longhorns to win the championship in their first season in the SEC. They're going to easily beat Michigan. Texas is going to win the upcoming 155th season of college football. Texas, the Longhorns is gematria of 155. The Longhorns in reverse is gematria of the Wolverines. Now, the Longhorns did score 52 points, 52 to nothing in their season opener. The national title game on January the 20th will be played at Atlanta. Atlanta's gematria of Texas. Georgia is gematria of Freeman. Marcus Freeman and Notre Dame. Although their last title came with Lou Holtz. Lou Holtz is gematria 39, so they're going on to 37 years without a title, so really it could be around 40 years for Notre Dame. I mean, Lou Holtz is gematria of the 12-team format. But this is pretty legit. Coach Sarkisian is gematria of Atlanta, Georgia, which is the championship number. Is Arch Manning gonna play? Who knows? Who knows if he will? What's his full name? You gotta get the feeling that something special is gonna go down. Who knows if Texas quarterback gets injured? Archibald is gematria of Atlanta, Georgia in reverse. So interesting. Will their quarterback get injured? Interesting. Interesting stuff. Something to ponder about. Steve Sarkisian. Steve is gematria of 17 games, 14 games. 14 games, I think, in the regular season. An SEC title game, and the winners of the conference, the top four conferences, they will skip the first round. They will have a bye and play in the quarterfinals. So Texas are going to dethrone the champs. They don't play Alabama, so who knows if Texas and Alabama would be the SEC title game. Texas would threaten Alabama. So that would be 16. They play 16 games in total, and now there are 16 teams in the SEC. 15 prior games before playing in the final at Atlanta. Texas' last title came against USC. Trojans is gematria of 2025. Trojans is gematria of the 92nd season of the SEC. This is the 92nd season of the SEC in college football. Yeah, so go Notre Dame, but this is not the year. 92nd season of the Southeastern Conference. Trojans, gematria 92, when we look at it from that interpretation. USC is gematria of 20 years after 2005. You know, Steve Sarkisian used to be with USC as well. So this would be 19 years. So I don't know. I wonder what is the significance of 19. But when we talk about Vince Young, Young is gematria 2025. Or actually, it's 28. Never mind. December 7th to January the 20th is probably USC's gematria of January the 20th. Now, January 20th is the day of the SEC title game. So I wonder the amount of time from Texas, Michigan, next Saturday, September 7th, to the time of the national title. "135 days after they beat the national champions, Vince Young, the last quarterback to win the title for Texas, gematria of 135. You know, Texas could win the title 19 years later. It's interesting. But who's the quarterback for Texas today? Plus, when we talk about the Rams, Colorado State, Rams is gematria of Atlanta, is gematria of Georgia. So that is something that cannot be overlooked. Colorado State is gematria of 49 losses for Steve Sarkisian. City of Atlanta, Georgia, 155, the 155th season of college football. The Longhorns, gematria of 155. I wonder when the playoff format became official. Now, this was a 13 4-day numerology. I wonder what the significance of 13 4-day numerology. Pasadena and Rose Bowl, Texas, their last national title. Pasadena is gematria of 2025. Pasadena in reverse is the 155th college football season. Now, you've got to type in Rose Bowl. The Rose Bowl is gematria of their 52-0 victory. The Rose Bowl is gematria of the 155th season of college football. Now, the Rose Bowl is also gematria of the defending champion, the Wolverines. Now, Wolverines by itself, under 42 and 52, they can win their first title since at the Rose Bowl and they defeated USC. They can do so against the Wolverines. So, very interesting stuff. Mack Brown was the last coach of Texas to win the title. Wonder what win as coach of Texas allowed him to win the title. So down the coach. Go down the Coach Mack Brown. Where is he? Oh, at the top. Now, Mack Brown played on opening night. He defeated Minnesota. I was wondering what was significant about 19-point win and a missed field goal. They played on opening night, along with prime time. Yes. I think Deion Sanders and company are going to be great. I think they're going to be in the college football playoff, but it ain't going down for them this year. They are much better teams. They won by 19 points. Their former national title winning coach Mack Brown, because Texas wins their next national title 19 years later. What's the amount of time from the playoffs, the postseason? Looks like it begins. The college football playoff begins. The first round on December 20th. So that'd be like 31 days later. I read it better, yeah. What's the amount of time for the SEC championship game? How rigged would that be? They host this SEC championship game at Atlanta, and Texas can go back and win this thing at Atlanta. How about that? How about that? December the 7th is the day of the conference title. Four weeks, 6 days is Gamache of Michigan. 1 month and 3 days, last title at the LA area. LA is Gamache of 13. When did he become coach of Texas? So, if I get this right, so Sarkisian, he entered the year with 25 wins. He's at 26. 37, 38 in the SEC title game, 39, 40, and 41. LA's Camacho 41. Mercedes-Benz Stadium is Camacho of Rose Bowl 109. So this would be his it'd be his 87th win as coach in his career for Steve Sarkisian. Steve Sarkisian is Camacho of the Falcons Stadium. The Atlanta Falcons is 172. And notice Steve Sarkisian 206 and 98. Mercedes-Benz Stadium is exact Camacho. He had 46 wins before joining Texas. Michigan's Camacho 46. It's going to be a national title for the Texas Longhorns. Does it say what season it is in their history? Now, when did he become the coach of Texas? So go to 2021. January 2nd, 2021. To the day of the national title. Well, Sarkisian would win 49 months later. 49 is Gamache losing to Washington last year in the season beginning against Colorado State. I wonder what our Arch Manning stats are. His name is Arch Manning. About the day that he signed with Texas to the time of the national title. These kind of things you have to look out for. The day that he committed to play to Texas is the official day. Who knows if injuries happen? These kind of things can happen. But Manning never won a national title, I don't think. Maybe he did or did not. I don't have the facts. I mean, 82 weeks later, Young is Camacho of 82, Vince Young. 19 months later to win 19 years later is almost a perfect sequence. Archibald Charles Manning. Well, what was his stats from today? Came in to play relief duty. Archman and 5 of 6 for a touchdown. Their numbers add up to 19 years later. They're going to beat Michigan. I wonder where they play Michigan at. Steve Sarkisian, 49 losses. Number 4, Texas. Number 9, Michigan. Texas is going to beat Michigan. That is going to be a win. Michigan won 26 years later. They enter the game with 26 wins. This is going to be a win against Michigan. 14 losses, stay at 14 because Atlanta's Camacho 15.